There's something in the woods of America. 7 feet tall, bipedal apex predators with canine heads and humanoid bodies. These are real-life creatures that look practically identical to Hollywood werewolves. As unbelievable as it may sound, thousands of people in the United States have come across the living lycanthrope, known as Dogman. Many are skeptical of these stories of real-life werewolves, which is understandable in all fairness. But if you're willing to hear the other side of the argument, here are what I believe to be the 5 best pieces of Dogman evidence. First off is this photo that was taken in Jedediah Smith Redwoods Park in California on May 7th in 2017. The photographer has said that he estimated the creature to stand somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 feet tall and weigh more than 300 pounds. Although he was standing about 90 yards away when he snapped the photo, and I think not wanting to get closer to the subject is pretty understandable. Now, the picture's metadata has been analyzed, and it showed that it hasn't been tampered with, meaning that whatever we're looking at was physically there, and it's not some type of Photoshop job. At number 4 is this video that was shot in 2018 in Texas. Now, it might not look like much at first, but focus on the area between the 2 branches that form an upside-down V shape. Now, about directly in between them, you should see a small yellow oval with a black spot in the middle. I think that's the creature's left eye. You can kind of see the right eye, but it's largely obscured by one of the branches. Now, what's really interesting is that you can actually see the eyes blink. You can also see what looks like the creature's snout, but everything else is really just too difficult to make out in the video. This footage hasn't gotten too much attention, but I think it is one of the best pieces of Dogman footage that we have. Next up, at number 3, we have the hundreds, if not thousands, of eyewitness reports that have come out over the years from people that have encountered Dogman. While I firmly believe in approaching all cryptid stories with a healthy amount of skepticism, the sheer number of people that claim to have seen these things, the amount of emotion I've heard conveyed from many of these eyewitnesses, and the level of similarity between the descriptions of Dogman that we've gotten from these reports is a large part of what leads me to believe that people really are seeing something in the forests. At number 2 is the Beast of 7 Shoots photograph. This picture was taken on June 1st back in 2005 in Quebec, Canada. The beast's name comes from the photo having been taken in a place called Parc des Sept Chutes. Now, interestingly, what you're looking at is actually a zoomed-in version of the picture. This is the original. The photographer didn't even realize what he had captured until he got home. Now, the photograph isn't crystal clear, but you can definitely see the creature's head with a long snout and a very prominent sagittal crest. The white shape that seems to be held in the creature's arm? Well, it's said that the day the photo was taken, someone's white dog was reported missing. Interestingly, I think that the entity in this picture is a type of Dogman that people call a gugui or a type 3, essentially a version that's physically more similar to a primate with a snout, such as a baboon or a macaw, than it is to a canine. Finally, at number 1 is the Facebook Live Dogman video. This footage was captured during a Facebook live stream being filmed in a backyard in Florida. Now, the video coming from a live stream is one of the most significant parts of the story. It means that there's no way for it to have been CGI or anything like that. The only explanations for this footage that I've heard from skeptics are that it's either an ostrich or cigarette smoke, since the person filming was smoking at the time, but neither of those things resemble what we're looking at here. Interestingly, the streamer also took this photo on their property, suggesting that they may have been dealing with more than one of these creatures hanging around. So, do you believe in Dogman? Is there any other Dogman evidence that you would have put on this list? Let me know in the comment section below.